white blood cells that are trying to work, and you're just
Right.
trumping them and making them unemployed. And
Yep.
I don't have like unemployment for my white blood cells, so then they strike and they start fucking up other shit. And
Oh, oh,
so,
weekly readers language. We are live.
oh, that's right. I didn't know we were live. Sorry.
I'm sorry, I messed that up. I don't. Nobody's in there. We're good.
Okay. No, please remind us all about, the weekly readers is for all ages, so we must stay G rated, and
Right.
let's all stay focused on that because I don't want to offend any parents of children that are watching in, things like that. If
Right.
if parents are right there, like, oh, okay, I'll let my Oceano watch this with Ilias and Mac, but I'll be right here, and
Right.
then I go and say the F word. It's not going to
Uh
go
huh.
good.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Yeah, I was asking Sarah if she wanted to read from Mowgli, and I told her to get permission from her parents first, and if her parents want to meet us, then
Yeah, cool, cool.
that's all good.
Yeah,
So,
and I
do
don't
you
know
want
what
to?
she's going through, but she's got something that she's.
She's in the chat.
Oh, is she? Well, she
Yeah.
doesn't want to. I just noticed one of her things today that she's got a thing that she's not ready to look at yet, and I was like, that's fine. You're just building foundation, and
Right.
one day when your feet are solid, you'll be able to um, hop on there.
Yeah. That's good advice. So let's bring up
And
our weekly readers image to show everybody how this works. See if I can find it. There it is. And then we will
I'm gonna
hide
kill my
source.
camera for a second.
Okay. It's you don't need your camera because we're just voices right now. I have their audio looped. Everyone, welcome to the Weekly Readers series. We are going to, over the next few months, weeks, however long it takes, we are going to work our way through the Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. And yes, Rudyard Kipling, for his political views, is a problematic figure, but this is about the kids. So we are looking for voice actors, and we are going to be doing it. Did we agree on Wednesday, Ilias, or am I imagining that?
That's okay.
I believe we are going to go every Wednesday, and we are
If
going to give
anyone's
you.
looking. Yeah,
You,
I was wondering if we should call it Wednesday weekly readers, but I wasn't sure what day we were gonna, nail it in on yet. But I
I
thought that
think
would be cool.
I think Wednesday's a good day for it.
Yeah, but I
Hump
also
day.
don't want to get in trouble with whoever came up with the weekly reader that we all read in school. I just thought that would
That was Scholastic, and I think you're good. We're
because
not
it's
committing.
readers plural, right?
Yeah, I don't think we're committing any kind of
It's
copyright violation here.
no, it's just I figured it would be nostalgic when people see that,
Right. We're gonna have
and
to rework some of the Disney images, but other than that,
okay.
and did someone just come in? Did you hear a beep?
Yeah, that was Oceano, Cielo, and their mother.
Oh, so they're
Yep.
with us now.
Hmm.
All right, I'm hiding their camera and keeping their audio. They are on mute. Let them know they are on mute. That they need to unmute it.
Oh
Sarah,
no,
once you get
I think they're just in the chat room. Maybe, maybe they're in. I don't know. I
no,
can't see anything.
somebody Aloha Cottage just joined
Oh
us.
yeah, Aloha Cottage is her and the boys.
Yeah, if they want to turn their mute button off and talk, they can do that.
Okay. See the little speaker down at the bottom, or I mean the microphone. If you guys if you guys click on that, you can talk.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Hi,
Hello.
boys. Hey, mama.
Welcome to episode
Hello.
0 of the Weekly Readers.
How you doing, Dada?
It's run. We're not doing anything. We're actually not reading the Jungle Book today.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think we're
Am I
gonna
still here?
give. Yes, you're still here. I think we're gonna give The Wind in the Willows, Chapter 1, a whirl, just to test out
okay.
everything.
Dad,
We're building
Welcome.
Legos and listening.
Dad, we're building Legos and listening.
That's what this is all about. Yeah, we lost your dad.
I had a phone call
On the
coming
feed.
in, then it hung
Yeah,
up for some real weird reason. I think it was a scam call, and
yeah, you're good.
it booted me out.
You're good. So, can you can see that screen, right? Let me bring it up again. I think our weekly readers logo has been up long enough.
Okay. Oh,
And here's your
perfect.
screen. Perfect. And we're going to start with you. You just start reading whenever you feel comfortable. And
All right.
and feel free to use any accent you want. And if
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to Dad read.
Oceano and Cielo want to chime in from time to time, that's fine as well.
Awesome.
All
Okay,
So
right.
I'm gonna.
Awesome.
I will start this. I will be over here scrolling, so try to keep up. If
All
if
right.
I move
I
too
love you,
fast, just
Dada.
tell me to stop.
I love you too, Cielo. So figure by the time I get down to longing, that second sentence to the bottom, like that'll be a good time to pause and let you go up, scroll up. All right, here we go.
Hold on one sec.
The,
So when we do the weekly reader, it's going to be divided into a script, so there's going to be no problems with keeping up.
oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. The mold had been working very hard all the morning, spring cleaning his little home. First with brooms, then with dusters, then on ladders and steps and chairs, with a brush and a pail of whitewash, till he had dust in his throat and eyes and splashes of whitewash all over the back of his fur, and aching back and weary arms. Spring was moving in the air above and in the earth below and around him, penetrating even his dark and lowly little house with its spirit of divine discontent and longing. Beep. It was a small wonder then that he had suddenly flung down his brush on the floor, said,
All right,
"Bother."
stop. One second. We have a technical difficulty.
Oh, okay.
So, Dad.
So I can't
Yes,
be
sir.
in here. I got to be scrolling on the website while you're reading. So,
Oh, okay, I see.
so I'm gonna go from longing, and I'm gonna bring it down. You're gonna watch and tell me if it's scrolling.
Yes, you're
I
scrolling.
have to put this on. Oh, yeah, he's grown.
It was a small wonder then that he suddenly flung down his brush on the floor, said,
I need a
"Bother,"
make a
and
window.
"Oh, blow," and also "Hang spring
Oh,
cleaning," and bolted out of the house without waiting to put on his coat. Something up above was calling him imperiously, and he made for the steep little tunnel which answered in his case to the graveled carriage drive owned by animals whose residences are near to the sun and air. So he scraped and scratched and scrabbled and scrooged, and then he scrooged again and scrabbled and scratched and scraped, working busily with his little paws and muttering to himself, "Up, up up we go, till at last, pop, his snout came out into the sunlight, and he found himself rolling in the warm grass of a great meadow. "This is fine," he said to himself. "This is better than whitewashing." The sun struck hot on his fur. Soft breezes caressed his heated brow,
Just
and
go.
after the seclusion of the so the problem I have is the live and the
Yeah,
countdown timer there.
there's
I can't see what word that is, Mac. Had lived in so long, and the carol of happy birds fell. Oh, you know what? If I turn my phone.
Cellarage is the word.
Oh,
So if you ever drop it, we can what we can do is like somebody can pick it up. Like if you ever have to like run off, we can just have somebody else pick it up, and we can test that right now if you
The
finish that
orange
paragraph.
lock button and the time.
If it makes you fall.
Sorry, Elias, your audio's breaking up. Let's pause 1 second. Uh, Oceano Cielo, I'm gonna mute you guys for a second because your dad's having trouble with audio.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me, Teddy?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. We were having a cross stream effect from the audio from the Aloha College. So, cottage. I had to mute your kids. I'm not trying to shut them up.
No worries.
Okay, go to the end of the paragraph, and then I
It
will show you how
seemed,
we can.
what's weird is it seemed to happen as soon as I went from portrait mode on my cell phone. I turned it sideways and went landscape,
Uh huh.
and then it started going like the
Okay,
millisecond.
so you're gonna need to return your. I don't. It's not called an antenna. What the hell is it called? Anyway, you're gonna need to return it to its original position because that small
That's what I
shift
did.
could have caused. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you sound
So
better now. Go ahead.
yeah, the live and the timer button is covering cellularage on this, but if we have the the manifest, the printout before a
Right.
live reading, I think that we'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I
Yeah, we
can
can do
print it
that.
out and just go
I
that
don't
route.
own a printer, so
I
you can
do.
do that on your end.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the cellularage he had lived in so long the carol of happy birds fell on his dulled hearing almost like a shout, jumping off all his four legs at once in the joy of living and the delight of spring without its cleaning. He pursued his way across the meadow till he reached the hedge on the further side.
Good. Okay, so if you needed to like bounce or something, I could pick it up
Okay?
immediately, or Stefan could pick it up, or whoever's reading with us. And then I would go into "Hold up!" said an elderly rabbit at the gap. "Sixpence for the privilege of passing by the river by the private road." He was bowled over in an instant by the impatient and contemptuous mole, who trotted along the side of the hedge, chaffing the other rabbits as they peeped hurriedly from their holes to see what the road was about. Onion sauce, he remarked jeeringly, and was gone before they could think of a thoroughly satisfactory reply. Then they all started grumbling at each other. "How stupid you are! Why didn't you tell him? Well, why didn't you say? You might have reminded him." And so on in the usual way. But of course, it was then much too late, as is always the case. Okay, now pick it up again.
Mike was muted. It seemed too good to be true. Hither and thither through the meadows he rambled busily along the hedgerows, across the copses, finding everywhere birds building, flowers budding, leaves thrusting, everything happy and progressive. And something. And instead of having an easy conscience pricking him and whispering, "Whitewash," he somehow could only feel how jolly it was to be the only idle dog among all these very busy citizens. After all, the best part of a holiday is perhaps not so much to be resting yourself as to see all the other fellows busy working. And then we've got the next, yeah, there we go, and a scroll. He thought his happiness was complete when, as he meandered aimlessly along, suddenly he stood by the edge of a full fed river. Something in his life had he seen a river, maybe never in his life had he seen a river before. This sleek, sinuous, full bodied animal chasing and chuckling, gripping things with a gurgle and leaving them with a laugh to fling itself on fresh playmates that shook themselves free and were caught and held again. It was a shake and a shiver.
Okay, stop on fascinated, please, and I'll explain how we're gonna do the stops when all this is said and done.
Perfect. And gleams and sparkles, rustle and swirl, chatter and bubble. The mole was bewitched, entranced, fascinated. I think that's where you wanted me to stop.
Yes, so I don't have the sounds uploaded at this moment, but I can give you an example of what it would like a sound you would hear. Let me see. All right. So like I would play like this kind of like a jingle like this, but not techno. So it would reflect like the jungle theme, like drums or
Okay,
something like that, and that
I
would
like
cue
that.
you to stop. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Kind of like you remember those teal colored tape players that we had in elementary school? And
Right.
you put those
Yeah.
like spring loaded earphones on that like clap.
That's kind of where I
So,
got the idea. It's like that. I remember those records. I used to have a Big Bird record player,
yeah.
and when it would end, it would play us. It would play dun 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 after the story was done.
Well, I loved it so much that I, at the age of 5, figured out how to sign my mom's name. And I started writing letters that Teddy was sick and couldn't go out for recess. If he could just listen to books on tape, that would be ideal. As with any good thing, I abused it. And I tried it every day
Yeah. Got a
while
question
we had a
from
substitute.
one
But
sec,
anyway,
Sarah.
yeah.
What's up? Do you want to come talk to us right now? I mean, since you got your parents' permission, and we can talk about that on the. I don't know if you want to talk about that on the live stream, but the option's available to you. If not, I will contact you later.
Absolutely. Here for you.
So I can go and I will find some royalty free. Let me unmute your kids. I feel terrible about it, but I will. I'm not unmuting them. I feel terrible about muting them. Are they still there? Hello? Hey guys.
Okay.
Hi.
I,
So what did you think of your dad reading that story?
Glitching there. I like it.
You
It's
did.
yeah, it's glitching dada.
yeah.
Yeah, it's glitch. He said yeah. I love you, Dad. Yeah. Yeah, I love you, Dad. It's like you're talking in a fan. Yeah. I love you all day long, Dada.
I don't think your dad can respond right now. I don't know what's going on with him. I will check in 1 second. Yep,
Like,
his network went down again. I think he will be back.
okay. Okay, Uncle Matt. Okay, Uncle Matt. That's his name. Me. Our dad couldn't let us call him Uncle Mac. Okay. Because his real name is
Oh yeah,
Mac.
you guys are fine.
You can put the spider right here.
We're making a Lego and we're putting the spider on now.
Well, Sarah, that's great. Yeah, that's good. Because we are going to use your voice for the voice of Mowgli.
Mowgli.
So you can get that piece where the with the water, and we can connect it to this.
Oh, they're gonna say we need our voice for Mowgli.
No, I think he was talking to Sarah. Somebody else in there. Okay, hold on. You put this. We're gonna connect this to this. Oh, I like that.
Just enjoy the music while we find the errant Ilias Shepherd Marrow. Where has he gone? Do you want to try reading this story right now and seeing how it goes, and so you can get a feel for it? That's perfectly acceptable, Sarah. I'm trying to
Am I
find some
back?
music that. Yes, you're back. I'm trying to find some
Sorry.
music that reflects the English countries. You're fine.
I thought I was plugged
Um,
in with my charger, and then the other end wasn't plugged in.
Gotcha. It's an imperfect science.
Well, that's how I keep my door revolving. I do apologize.
Keeps you from getting bored.
That's right. Is Aloha Cottage still here?
Yes. I don't know what happened to them. They've gone quiet.
All right.
It's usually not a good sign when kids go quiet.
Maybe they hit the mute button.
Oh no, I mute ourselves because we're still building Legos and we're being a little loud.
Oh, you
All
were
right.
fine. I muted you guys anyway.
Yeah. We're listening while building Legos. It was Yellow's birthday last week and he got a bunch of Legos, so we're working on that.
Oh, that's cool. Legos are awesome.
Yes. Especially Dino Legos, so he's super excited. Mhm. All right. So we'll listen, but I'm gonna mute.
Okay. So what I'm looking for music for the cues on this particular story. Actually, that one's perfect right there.
Yeah, and this time I came in landscape view on the phone, so I can see all the words without the orange live button and the timer hovering over text.
Are you watching the chat? Are you in the chat? Okay.
No, I'm not in the chat. I could get there on the computer.
No, you might need to keep that closed while we're doing these.
Okay, good
It
enough.
could slow down the stream. I'll let you know what's going on. I'll keep track of them.
All right.
And about to upload some music here for this, like to cue off of this. So when we reach a stopping point, I would hit this button and you'll hear this music. Let me know if you hear it.
I do.
Perfect. Do you want to continue reading to the end of the chapter?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I will mute myself. Whenever you see the screen scroll, go start.
All right. He thought his happiness to be true. His very thought could
We can't hear you. It's very glitchy.
oh, really?
It's breaking up a lot.
Teddy, you're breaking up. Okay, eternal revolving door. Back out. Come back in again. It wouldn't be alive if there weren't. I don't know. It's. I thought. Sarah, I thought Ilias came up with the idea. Nope. That did not work. There he is. Can you hear me, Ilias? Or Teddy? Okay, that's better. Continue reading whenever you get the chance.
What they think.
You were at he thought his happiness. That's when you. No, there's something going on over there with your audio. Hold on one second.
My audio nothing.
Yeah, your audio's acting a little wonky.
It sounds like you're possessed.
I just sent you a request, Teddy. To it'll give you a cue to change your source.
Yeah, like that. Let me try my Bluetooth and see if that goes better.
Are you at your computer or on your phone?
What's that?
Are you at your computer or on your phone? Just make a grunting noise if you can hear me.
Lay down and look, and it's those little poles above my bed.
Did you change locations by chance? I think we're gonna have to keep you in one place.
Locations.
Nope, bad audio.
All right, let me back out. I'll back in. With the Bluetooth.
Yes, sir. I know what you're talking about. Maybe I don't. I'm kind of an idiot sometimes. An idiot know-it-all. Okay, while we wait for his audio, I will continue the read. And yeah, okay. He thought his happiness was complete when, as he meandered aimlessly along, suddenly he stood by the edge of a full-fed river. Never in his life sinuous, full-bodied animal, chasing and chuckling, gripping things with a gurgle and leaving them with a laugh, to fling itself on fresh playmates that shook themselves free and were caught and held again. Okay, how you doing?
I don't think you'll be happy with it. How's that sound?
Oh,
And the Bluetooth is dead, so it's on the charger right
oh, there you
now.
go. No, you got it. You're back.
Okay.
Maybe it was because your battery was low. I
Maybe.
left off at Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
That was where I left
All
off.
was a shake and a shiver, glints and gleams and sparkles, rustle and swirl, chatter and bubble. The mole was bewitched, entranced, fascinated. By the side of the river he trotted as one trots, when very small, by the side of a man who holds one spellbound by exciting stories. And when tired at last, That's as far as I can see.
Okay, 1 second. Like your audio's trucking up again. Let me see if I can fix it on my end.
What do I need to do to fix that? I fire up
Did
the
you just get it?
computer or try it through the
Yeah,
computer?
it would be best to do this from your computer, not your phone.
Okay.
I just sent a request to your phone. Try that. See what that does.
Oh,
Did you get?
interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got it. Change to back camera.
that cleared up your audio a little bit.
Really? Yeah. By the side of the river, he trotted as one trots when very small, by the side of a man who holds one spellbound by exciting stories. And when tired at last, that sounds better.
Yeah, that sounds way better.
Mm. Mm.
I'll be with you in 1 second.
No worries.
I'm talking to Fiona. Um,
Oh, oh, Fiona's got a good voice for this.
yeah, that's why I'm trying to get her to come in. Okay, where did you leave off?
Right down at the bottom.
When tried it last?
Yes.
Okay. Try not to shift my cursor. Is that good?
Yes.
Alright.
Let's see, where are we? And when tired at last, stood by the bank while the river was still chattering on him, a babbling procession of the best stories in the world sent from the heart of the earth to be told at last to the insatiable sea. As he sat on the grass and looked across the river, a dark hole in the bank opposite, just above the water's edge, caught his eye. And dreamily he fell to considering what a nice, snug dwelling place it would make for an animal with few wants and fond of a. And that's all I can read.
Okay, so can you get to your computer? Is that doable?
Yeah, I'm fired up right now.
Okay, okay. It keeps cut. Your audio like is fine, and then it will suddenly cut out.
Really get that out when you logged on, or
It was cutting out the entire time you were reading that. This is why we test. This is why this is episode 0. So I figure we'll wrap this up at if 6:20 because I gotta get ready for to produce your dad segment. Is anybody interested in doing voiceover work? Because this is something we're going to do weekly. It's our weekly readers series. And we are looking for voice actors. Anyone that would be willing to participate. If you want to come in right now, I will send you a link. Just let me know in the chat.
I think I've returned.
Yes, you're back.
I'm
Do you have your
back.
headphones on? Do you have your headphones on?
I do. Yes, sir.
Okay. I hear some audio in your back. Man, I'm gonna send you some better headphones.
All right.
Okay. Let's start at as he sat on the grass.
As he sat on the grass and looked across the river, a dark hole in the bank opposite, just above the water's edge, caught his eye, and dreamily he fell to considering what a nice, snug dwelling place it would make for an animal with few wants and fond of a bayou riverside residence. Ooh, I wonder if I should use a Louisiana accent. Above flood level and remote from noise and dust. As he gazed, something bright and small seemed to twinkle down in the heart of it, vanished, then twinkled once more like a tiny star. But it could hardly be a star in such an unlikely situation, and it was too glittering and small for the glowworm. Then, as he looked, it winked at him, and so declared itself to be an eye, and a small face began gradually to grow up. Beep.
Yes, beep. Okay.
Rounded, a brown little face with whiskers, a grave round face with the same twinkle in its eye that had first attracted his notice. Small, neat ears and thick, silky hair. "Then this is a wonderful day," said he, as the rat shoved off and took to the skulls again.
I'm trying to give you like a more runway, and I guess I should have told you I was doing that. Can you see
I
that?
wonder if. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make the screen larger. I think I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to squint as much. All right. So you want me to start there with "This has been a wonderful day"?
Yeah, pick it up there.
"This has been a wonderful day," said he, as the rat shoved off and took to the sculls again. "Do you know, I've never been in a boat before in all my life." It was the water rat. "What?" cried the rat, mouth open. "Have you never been in a... You never? Well, what have you been doing then?" "Is it so nice as all that?" asked the mole shyly, though he was quite prepared to believe it, as he leant back in his seat and surveyed the cushions, the oars, the rowlocks, and all the fascinating fittings, and felt the boat sway lightly under him. "Nice is the only thing," said the water rat solemnly, as he leaned forward for his stroke. "Believe me, my young friend, there is nothing, absolute nothing, half so much worth doing as simply messing about in boats. Simply messing," he went on dreamily. "Messing about in boats, messing." "Look ahead, Rat!" cried the mole suddenly. It was too late. The boat struck the bank full tilt. The dreamer, the joyous oarsman, lay on his back at the bottom of the boat, his heels...
Pavlovian response. I was just testing it.
Oh, about in boats or with boats. The rat went on composedly, picking himself up with a pleasant laugh. out of them, it doesn't matter. Nothing really seems to matter. That's the charm of it. Whether you get away or whether you don't, whether you arrive at your destination or whether you reach somewhere else, and whether you never get anywhere at all, you're always busy and you never do anything in particular. And when you've done it, there's always something else to do. And you can do it if you like, but you much better not. Look here. If you've really nothing else on hand this morning, suppose we drop down the river together and have a long day of it.
Okay, so at the end of the episode, we would just let that play, and I will get a sound to cue you to stop instead of that. But
Okay.
we'll just let that play at the end, at the beginning and the end of every episode.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it. It's very melodious.
Yes, sir.
It sounds like book story style music for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think in layers.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep going, and we'll try an organic stop at the end of the chapter.
Okay.
Yep.
The mole
Go.
waggled his The mole waggled his toes from sheer happiness, spread his chest with a sigh of full contentment, and leaned back blissfully into soft cushions. What a day I'm having, he said. Let's start at once. Hold hard a minute then, said the rat. He looped the painter through a ring in his landing stage, climbed up into the hole above, and after a short interval reappeared staggering under a fat wicker luncheon basket. Shove that under your feet, he observed to the mole, as he passed it down into the boat. Then he untied the painter and took the skulls again. What's inside it? Asked the mole, wriggling with curiosity. There's cold chicken inside it, replied the rat briefly. Cold tongue, cold ham, cold beef pickle, gherkin, salad, French roll, crescent, witches, spotted meat, ginger beer, lemonade, soda, water. Oh, stop, stop, cried the mole in ecstasies. This is too much. You really think so? Inquired the rat seriously. It's only what I always take on these little excursions, and all the other animals are always telling me that I'm a mean beast and cut it very fine. The mole never heard a word he was saying, absorbed in the new life he was entering upon, intoxicated with the sparkle, the ripple, the scents, and the sounds of the sunlight. He trailed a paw into in the water and dreamed long waking dreams. The water rat, like the good little fellow he was, scolded steadily on and forebode to disturb him. I like your clothes awfully, old chap, he remarked after some half an hour or so had passed. I'm going to get a black velvet smoking suit myself some day as soon as I can afford it. I beg your pardon, said the mole, pulling himself together with an effort. You must think me very rude, but all this is so new to me. So this is a river? The river, corrected the rat. Are you really, and you really live by the river? What a jolly life! By it, and with it, and on it, and in it, said the rat. It's brother and sister to me, and aunts and company, and food and drink, and naturally, washing. It's my world, and I don't want any other. What it hasn't got is not worth having, and what it doesn't know is not worth knowing. Lord, the times we've had together, whether in winter or summer, spring or autumn, it's always got its fun and excitements. With the floods are on, and when the floods are on in February, and my cellars and basement are brimming with drink, that's no good to me. And the brown water runs by my best bedroom window, or again, when it all drops away and shows patches of mud that smells like plum cake, and the rushes and the weed clog the channels. I can potter about dry shod over most of the bed of it and find fresh food to eat, and things careless people have dropped out of boats. With a hoe in your head. You go down and chop it up, and when the blacks over there start lost.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm not lost. I'm doing a million things at once. We're gonna need
No
somebody
worries.
on the chat when we do this. So
I'm impressed
Go
with
ahead and
what you
keep
guys do on this stuff. But isn't it a bit dull at times? The mole ventured to ask. Just you and the river, and no one else to pass a word with? No one else to, well, I mustn't be hard on you, said the rat with forbearance. You're new to it. And of course you don't know, the mag is so crowded nowadays that many people are moving away altogether. Oh no, it isn't what it used to be at all. Otters, kingfishers, dabchicks, moorhens, all of them about all day long, and always wanting you to do something, as if a fella had no business of his own to attend to. What lies over there? Asked the mole, weaving a paw toward a background of woodland that darkly framed the water meadows on one side of the river. That? Oh, that's just the wild wood, said the rat shortly. We don't go there very much. We're river bankers. Aren't they? Aren't they very nice people in there? Said the mole, a trifle nervously. Oh, replied the rat. You see, the squirrels are all right, and rabbits, some of them, but rabbits are a mixed lot. And then there's the badger, of course. He lives right in the heart of it. Wouldn't live anywhere else either if you paid him to do it. Dear old badger. Nobody interferes with him. They better not, he added significantly. Why, who should interfere with him? Asked the mole. Well, of course, there are others, explained the rat in a hesitating sort of way. Weasels and stoats, and foxes, and so on. They're all right, no harm. I'm very good friends with them, past the time of the day when we meet and all that, but they break out sometimes, there's no denying it. And then, well, you can't really trust them, and that's the fact. The mole knew well that it is quite against animal etiquette to dwell on possible trouble ahead, or even allude to it. So he dropped the subject. And beyond the wild wood again, he asked, where it's all blue and dim, and one sees what may be hills, or perhaps they may, and something like the smoke of towns, or is it only cloud drift? Beyond the wild wood comes the wild world, said the rat. And that's something that doesn't matter either to you or me. I've never been there. I'm never going, nor you either. If you've got any sense at all, don't ever refer to it again, please. Now then, here's back to our backwater at last, where we are going to lunch. Leaving the main stream, they now passed into what seemed at first sight like a little landlocked lake. Green turf sloped down it. And he thought happiness was complete. Then, when, and it all seemed
Technical difficulty. I dropped something on my keyboard and it went down an entire page.
No worries. Okay, it's an elderly rabbit. Hold up, said an elderly rabbit.
Where did I lose it? Like, I have no idea where I
I
lost it.
don't know. I don't know. It's just words in a scroll to me, so I read them as they pop on the line I'm looking at. Okay. As he sat on the grass and looked across the river, a dark hole in the bank opposite, just above the water's edge, caught his eye, and dreamily he fell into considering what a nice, snug dwelling place. Oh, that's all the way back up to the top. He fell in, considering what a nice, snug dwelling place it would make for an animal with few wants and fond of a bayou riverside residence above flood level and remote from noise and dust. As he gazed, something bright and small seemed to twinkle down in the heart of it, vanished, then twinkled once more like it was a tiny star. But it could hardly be a star in such an unlikely situation. And it was too glittering and small for a glowworm. Then, as he looked, it winked at him, and so declared itself to be an eye. And a small face began gradually to grow up round it, like a frame round a picture. A brown little face with whiskers, a grave round face with the same twinkle in its eye that had first attracted his notice. Small neat ears and thick silky hair. It was the water rat. Then the two animals stood and regarded each other cautiously. "Hello, Mole," said the water rat. "Hello, Rat," said the mole. "Would you like to come over?" inquired the rat presently. "Oh, it's all very well to talk." Hmm.
All good?
No, just a second. I got to. My apologies. We're on the other line. Okay. The rat said nothing, but oh no, back to the mole. "Oh, it is very well to talk," said the mole rather pettishly. He being new to the river and the riverside life and its ways. The rat said nothing, but stooped and unfastened a rope and hauled on it. Then lightly stepped into a little boat which the mole had not observed. It was painted blue outside and white within, and was just the size for two animals. And the mole's heart went out to it at once, even though he did not yet fully understand its uses. The rat scullied smartly across and made fast. Then he held up his forepaw, and the mole stepped gingerly down. "Lean on that," he said. "Now then, step lively." And the mole, to his surprise and rapture, found himself actually seated in the stern of a real boat. "This has been a wonderful day," said he, as the rat shoved off and took to the sculls again. "Do you ever know, I've never been in a boat before in all my life."
Okay. I guess when I dropped the thing on the keyboard, it went back to the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gathering. I just figured I'd keep reading and, you know,
This is a mess.
yeah, a little
Maybe
bit.
some food, right?
What's that?
Maybe some food.
Okay.
Some burgers, man. On me?
You have burgers on?
No, we have to pick them up or Uber.
Okay, we can pick them up.
Yeah, I'll take
If
a
you and
burger.
Grandpa want to go, you can.
You can drive. He's been drinking a little.
Oh, yeah, you know.
And I need like 4 weeks for the license.
Nope.
Give me a burger with a slice of pineapple on it.
You want a Hawaiian burger?
I want a Hawaiian burger, yeah.
No, it's a hamburger with a slice of
Pineapple?
fried pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See what-
and a little bit of guava butter for
Oh,
sauce.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Or man, I'm really along with your dad. I want to get him what he likes to eat.
Oh, okay. He likes soup.
Should we cook it?
I don't know. We'll see. We should probably call Bill and see what his plans are for. He usually cooks dinner, so lunch is kind of on us.
Yeah,
I
he's
typically
got
eat
amazing
once a day.
soup, Panera
Yeah,
bread.
same. But I've been eating less.
I don't think we have a Panera bread here.
Oh, Panera
That's
sucks.
that's
Who said that?
their soup is good, not their sandwiches.
Panera is like.
He said their soup is good, not their sandwiches.
Sure, like.
Not the stuff they're trying to sell. It's the stuff that's simmering in the back. All right. Do you want me to keep reading, or what do you want there?
Yeah, let's keep reading, and then
Okay.
this is something we need to do. If something happens like in the background, and you need to attend to it. Just mute, and I will be cued by the fact that you're muted, and
Really,
it
you see
won't.
that I'm mute? Okay.
Yeah, it won't be. Yeah, a microphone goes up every time you mute.
So if I get
So-
a call or something like that, I have to
Yes.
take it. I just mute.
Yes,
and it's like,
exactly.
oh, beautiful. Okay.
Just hit mute,
it.
and we'll just maintain the immersion that way.
Okay. Perfect. So I'll pick up at the river. The river,
Yes.
corrected the rat. And you really live by the river?
Oh, one sec.
What a jolly life.
One sec. How does this keep happening? We went up a little bit.
Yeah, where did we stop? Are you wanting to go back? Keep scrolling. We read all that already.
Yeah.
Leaving the main stream.
Oh, and he was just meeting the badger, right? The badger's face
we read
was.
about the badger. Bubbles? I don't remember saying Bubbles. I
Okay,
would've
so
remembered saying
it was
bubbles.
somewhere. All right, so they were talking about the badger, and then the rat brought the boat up.
Oh, we were about to read about the rabbit.
No, we were about to read about
That's
the
when I
badger.
started
The
scrolling.
badger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The rat brought the boat alongside the bank, made her fast, helped the still awkward mole safely ashore, and swung out the luncheon basket. The mole begged as a favor to be allowed to unpack it all by himself, and the rat was very pleased to indulge him and to sprawl at full length on the grass and rest, while his excited friend shook out the tablecloth and spread it, took out all the mysterious packets one by one, and arranged their contents in due order, still gasping, "Oh my! Oh my!" at each fresh revelation. When all was ready, the rat said, "Now, pitch in, old fella." And the mole was indeed very glad to obey, for he had started his spring cleaning at a very early hour that morning, as people will do, and had not paused for a bite or sup, and had been through a very great deal since that distant time. Which now seems so many days ago. "What are you looking at?" said the rat presently, when the edge of the hunger was somewhat dulled, and the mole's eyes were able to wander off the tablecloth a little. I am looking," said the mole, "at a tunnel of green grass, and at a streak of bubbles that I see traveling along the surface of the water. That is a thing that strikes me as funny." "Bubbles? Oh, said the rat, and chirruped cheerily in an inviting sort of way. A broad, glistening muzzle showed itself above the edge of the bank, and the otter hauled himself out and shook the water from his coat. "Greedy beggars," he observed, making for the provender. "Why didn't you invite me, Ratty?" "This was an impromptu affair," explained the rat. "By the way, my friend, Mr. Mole." "Broad, I'm sure," said the otter, and the two animals were friends forthwith. "Such a rumpus everywhere," continued the otter. "All the world seems
At a, on the river today, I came up the backwater to try and get a moment's peace, and then stumbled upon you fellows. At least, I beg your pardon, I don't exactly mean that, you know. There was a rustle behind them, proceeded from a hedge wherein last year's leaves still clung thick, and a stripy head with high shoulders behind it peered forth on them. "Come on, old badger!" shouted the rat. The badger trotted forth a pace or two, then grunted, "Have company," and turned his back and disappeared from view. Beep.
I feel like I read those books as a kid.
Oh, yeah. The badger trotted forward a pace or two, then grunted, "Humph, company," then turned his back and disappeared from view. "That's just the sort of fellow he is," observed the disappointed rat. "Simply hates society. Now, we shan't see any more of him today. Well, tell us, who's on the river?" "Toad's out, for one," replied the otter, "in his brand new wagger boat. New togs, new everything."
What did the kids like?
Oh, it's only Anna today.